Everyday Altars, Finding God in Our Routine by Amy Olrick. For where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them. Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. When our children were young, we belonged to vibrant, tight-knit church communities. Friends from church surrounded us during each milestone in our young family's life. And at the time, we didn't realize how precious that sense of belonging was. 8 years ago, when our oldest was 13, we moved away from our last faith community. And though we've tried, we've never quite found that deep sense of connection again. That's why a simple ritual we started with the boys at the beginning of a school year became so meaningful. As slow summer days gave way to the whirlwind of the academic year, my husband and I realized that unless our family made time to connect, the weeks could pass by in an exhausted blur. So, we began a Sunday night ritual, a short time to gather together as a family to reflect, share, and pray. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 26 says, "When you come together, each one has a hymn, a lesson, a revelation, a tongue, or an interpretation. Let all things be done for building up." Each week, we tried to give our kids space to voice what was on their hearts, from struggles to situations with friends, to what they were learning at school. As parents, we shared too. Grounding our time in prayer and reflection grounded us in empathy and deepened our connection and equipped us to support one another throughout the week. Our meetings weren't always consistent. Sometimes our teens dragged their feet, and our youngest was more likely to wiggle than reflect. But whenever our little family gathered in the living room, I was amazed by what came forth when we made room to pray in Jesus' name. Whether or not your household includes school-age children, taking time to gather and purposely invite Jesus into your midst is a beautiful way to connect with God and with one another. While I still miss those early community days, I'm profoundly grateful for those Sunday night circles. In those moments, I saw not just our family, but the Spirit actively present among us in our everyday, open-hearted gatherings. How do you intentionally create spaces to invite Jesus into your daily life? Consider simple rituals like shared meals, evening prayers, or moments of gratitude. Reflect on how these practices help you connect with God and each other, fostering a sense of community and spiritual growth.